Hey guys, how are we doing? Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another video. And wow, have we got a lot to talk about again today. I'm getting a lot of comments saying, is it all over? Fucking XRP price is down, all this sort of shit. And we nailed this yesterday. Like, I don't understand how people are coming in the comments saying what they're saying. If you've watched my video from yesterday, I literally don't understand it. Not just comments, I mean like X, for example. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna analyze what I think is coming next in the market soon. Because I think I'm now in a position where I'm starting to look at where we look for long positions, because I think the short-term volatility is probably close to, if not almost over. We may have one small leg down to go. That's what I'm going to discuss in this video. But first, we're going to discuss and we're going to just recap on what I said yesterday, so no one can be left in the dark as to exactly what I thought was going to happen. Let's play from about 5 minutes in yesterday after I'd finished talking about how bullish I am in the medium to long term, which I am. This is what I am. I'm bullish, I'm bullish, I'm bullish. But what potentially could happen in the short term? Let's talk about it and let's go from there. One of the best days ever as an XRP holder. And I don't want to take that away from anyone because it is fantastic news. So let's look at a few scenarios. So just looking at a technical level, what have we talked about? Where's liquidity? There's probably liquidity here. Just remember my drawings are awful. There's probably liquidity here. And like all this also is where previous liquidity was. That's why I bid on 198 in the first place, because I saw those levels. There's also probably liquidity in the middle of the range here. This area here, coming down to fill this 4-hour candle that we pumped out from, is always an option. So they're the areas that I'm looking at for potential reversal. So what could price action look like? Well, we could just bleed down, we could hit this, we could come up, we could come down and take this liquidity here. This would think everyone would be like, oh my God, what's going on? We could even then come down and take this liquidity, and everyone, if we got to here, the people would think the world was ending. That would be an ideal place to take a long position. This is another area I genuinely will be looking at taking a long here, because as I said, this open candle here, these things normally get touched into, if not completely retraced. So I'll be looking at a position from here, probably will put some bids in here, depending on what's happening in the rest of the market. So you could see some price action like that. And then we go. My base case genuinely is that we set a higher low here for XRP. So this could be the low. So obviously this is the low. And then we've set the higher low inside the range. As we've discussed, I've been comparing this to Bitcoin's range back in, let's get this pen off. We'll leave it there because otherwise I'm just watch my whole of yesterday's video again. But let's see what's happened since yesterday. So this is the low and the higher low that we've talked about. I posted this over there on X. The higher low within the range, and then look where we got to. We got to that area that I was discussing in the video yesterday here, where I was looking potentially for longs because of that candle and looking for a higher low potentially before we started to send it. We also discussed the potential of coming down to take the liquidity here, where it says higher low within the range. Just gonna get rid of these so it's less like messy on my charts. We discussed all of this yesterday, and then I talked about the best opportunity to long would be below this wick, because there'll be people getting stopped out here. So if we get offered like 160 to 170, I'm definitely taking a long. In the meantime, we've had some developments. So let me just discuss this. Let me get it on the hourly chart so I can show you exactly what I see. Is it more clear on here? It's more clear on my trading different, which is where I use liquidity. I'm going to show you this as well. I'm going to discuss a lot of different things. I think we might have one more wave down to come. And I could be wrong here, but I'm not in any long positions right now because we could have one more wave down to come. That's basically what I'm thinking. But apart from that, like, I think we're imminent to an upside move. The one more wave to come could be into this area here, or we could set a new slightly lower low just to get rid of the people who longed from the bottom here. They're all in consideration now, and I'm going to show you why. I'm just going to show you 5 waves down just to make it super clear. So you'd be like 1, 2, 3 to here, 4, and then maybe 5 to here. Perfect, nice, see ya, and then whether this is an ABC or we could be ABCing as a correction here. This is just choppy price action, guys. I'm not worried about anything in this range. Where's my ABC? We could be ABCing, and then in that case, we probably don't have an extra wave to come. But this could be a continuation or an extended C. Like, I just feel like I'm looking for either reversal, like we talked about yesterday in the area that we're in now, or a continuation to the downside. So let's also discuss what else is going on. If you look at the bottom of the screen here, open interest is now lower than it was before this pump here, and price is higher, so there's a bit of a bullish divergence in open interest. However, open interest is like at the same level, in fact lower than it was when we were at 196. So these are all things that I am watching here for XRP. And then if we take us to the daily time frame, let's hope this loads, because I don't know if it definitely will. Perfect. Yes, it has loaded exactly what I wanted to load. On the daily, we do still have some liquidity here at this 190, and then we do have that liquidity that I talked about there at 170, 160. So we got offered that. It's brilliant, but there's loads above us. There's loads above us, and that's why I say that I think imminently now we're going to push out to the upside. Look at the difference between the denseness of liquidity above us and below. There's pretty much nothing below compared to what there is above. So we took all this liquidity and now we've drawn out all those all that open interest that were in late yesterday. Is there one more flush just to come to nuke everyone's emotion after such positive news, and then everyone being hyped up, and then everyone getting all that hype just completely wiped away, for us to come down one more time and take this liquidity below? Honest answer, I do not know, but around these areas, somewhere around here, great areas to DCA and buy spot. I'm looking for long positions. So that's liquidity used in trading different, and now I'm going to use Velo to have a look at some stuff as well. What can we see on Velo? Well, on Velo, what we can see is we went massively negative in funding, indicating that we could reverse to the upside, meaning there's more shorts than longs in the market at the minute. Shorts are getting paid and we've turned back to being long, but open interest is still again massively low on Velo. Like, open interest has been bleeding out this whole time. We've got our premium also is down here, and we've had some spot buying coming in at the lows again. Guys, we are close to a reversal if we're not at one right now. We called it here. Could we count 5 waves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially, or could it be 1, 2, 3 exactly as I say, 4 to where we are, and 5 just to come down for that last flush? I don't know, but very close to reversing here. The other thing that I want to look at is the different charts. I'm going to look at 15 minutes, a really short-term time frame here. The stochastic potentially making a bearish divergence on the 15. And if we look at then the contrast of that with the 4-hour chart, stochastic is really in the oversold, looking to turn bullish. So on the larger time frames, this could be a bottoming period for XRP right here. Or how are we going to get that last flush? It's one of the two. We've got this fair value gap here on this candle. So on the 4-hour chart, let's have a look and see if I can draw that in for you guys. That you can see here, bang, into here could be a nice area for a long as well, which would tie in quite nicely with that last little 5th wave down, if I'm right on that thought process. Let's see. Either way, guys, like, this is the area I've called for. Bitcoin, again, on the 4-hour is looking similar in terms of stochastics oversold, higher low into the fair value gap in terms of this structure here. We've bounced into that nicely for Bitcoin. Everyone thinks the world's ending, rejecting the bottom of the range, like all this sort of shit. Whether it goes lower and sets a slightly lower low again, I'm not sure, but I think we're close to reversal territory. We called this pullback yesterday after the great news. It normally happens. Everyone is flushed out of the market, essentially, feeling sad and sorry for themselves. If we go and look at XRP, like against ETH, looks fantastic, a breakout of the range, bit of a consolidation, maybe ready to start moving back up again. XRP against Bitcoin, again, range in price action, nothing has changed. We've closed that candle pretty much that we had from the pump of Donald Trump, and XRP dominance again. And these on the weekly look fantastic as well. But we've had these pullbacks and we're ready. We're looking for an area to bounce. So without going too much further, I'm not going to say too much more in this video. A bounce is coming, in my opinion, whether it's now, whether it's in a few days, whether we have that extra little flush down and nuke everyone out of positions. I don't know, but in and around here is where I thought a bounce would come. I still feel exactly like that. I think you should go and check out Arthur Hayes' recent article that came out last night called The Kiss of Death if you want to understand short-term price action but want some more bullish energy for the rest of the cycle. This guy's talking about the potential and how we could see $1 million Bitcoin in the Trump administration. I'm not bearish in the slightest anymore. I'm looking for areas to put long positions on, and if we get them, fantastic. I still think March is going to be great. I think that we're going to see $5 plus in March for XRP. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. But we've got this move right, so let's celebrate that. Congrats to everyone who followed along with the trades that I was talking about. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave this video here. If you enjoyed it, please do share it with a friend and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Peace up, A-Town down, as Crypto Insight UK would say.